You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 19th of December, 2025. It is 88 days after the fall equinox. It is 2 days before the winter solstice. Tonight is the 6th night of Hanukkah. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 29th day of Frimaire, the day of the olive, the olive. The sun rises today at 7:15 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 11:53 a.m. The sun sets today at 4:31 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:02 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 5:36 p.m. The length of daytime today is 9 seconds shorter than yesterday. Today the new moon arrives at 8:43 p.m. We begin lunation 1274. The first quarter will arrive on Saturday, the 27th of December. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 3:03 a.m., 15 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 9:23 a.m., 1 meter 46. In the afternoon, low tide, 3:44 p.m., minus 3 centimeters. At night, high tide, 9:56 p.m., 1 meter 22. In our shared realm of plants and animals, ladybugs deal with the cold by finding places to shelter, and they go into a form of hibernation called diapause while they wait out the winter. They are also known to find their way into people's homes, enjoying the indoor warmth. Of course, they are utterly harmless, so they can be collected and ejected from the house, or if you are of a kindly nature, they can be relegated to the garage. It's even been said that they can be placed in glass jars with small holes in the lid and refrigerated through the winter, being set free in the spring. What a delightful surprise, then, to see a ladybug outdoors on the first mild day after a week of hard frosts and snow. There she was amongst the blasted, dead garden plants, sitting in the sun and making her gentle exploratory rounds. Commemorations. What is one to say? On this day in 1487, the sixth great temple of Tenochtitlan, which is today Mexico City, was dedicated in a ceremony that will last for 4 days. During the inauguration of the temple, 4,000 prisoners of war were sacrificed to the gods. Priests using ritual daggers ripped out their hearts and tossed the bodies from the top of the pyramid. While we at the Observatory note the opening of great historical buildings and temples, the unspeakable cruelty on display that day in Tenochtitlan leaves us at a loss. On this day in 1732, Benjamin Franklin first published Poor Richard's Almanac. He used the pseudonym Richard Saunders. The yearly almanac contained the calendar and notes on the movements of the sun, moon, planets, and stars. He would publish the almanac for 25 years. In the 18th century, an almanac might be the only book in a household, so Franklin's almanac also contained short essays, poems, and pithy bits of wisdom. Some of our favorite adages from Poor Richard's Almanac are these: "Well done is better than well said," and "Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade?" Annals of Infrastructure. On this day in 1903, the Williamsburg Bridge over the East River was dedicated. It was the first suspension bridge built with steel pylons rather than masonry ones. It was also the longest suspension bridge in the world, a title it would hold until the Bear Mountain Bridge opened in the Hudson Highlands in 1924. Compared to other bridge openings in the city, the dedication ceremony was rather toned down. The president didn't come, but Mayor Seth Low was there, and there were marching bands and fireworks. On this day in 1912, President William Howard Taft pardoned William Van Schaik. Van Schaik had been the captain of the steamer, the General Slocum, which caught fire in Hell Gate in 1904. More than 1,000 people died in the disaster, and the captain served 3.5 years in Sing Sing for his negligence before receiving his pardon. Today we remember Miguel Piñero, born this day in 1946. He is one of the most important Puerto Rican writers New York has produced. Raised in hard circumstances, he fell into a life of quite serious crime and was repeatedly jailed. But in 1973, while on parole from Sing Sing, his play Short Eyes, based on his prison experiences, was picked up by Joseph Papp, who produced it first at the Public Theater and then on Broadway. Miguel Pinheiro went on to found the Nuyorican Poets Cafe on the Lower East Side, with Pedro Pietri and Miguel Algarin. It's a center for Puerto Rican culture with its roots in New York. Remember Miguel Pinheiro today. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 19th of December, 2025.